What's up, people? So I got a new holder so I can move this to an angle so I have it sitting on the thing. Today, another frustrating day with this company I'm with, so I can't wait for October for me to do home time so I can get all my stuff out. And like I said, I was trying to push through the end of the year, but I don't know if that's really going to happen. So we had a come to Jesus meeting, me and my driver manager, regarding the issue with the drops. So like so they do what they call a T-call. T-call is like you're swapping trailers with somebody. So either you don't have enough hours to get something somewhere, and I would swap the trailers with somebody. The first T-call I did, they gave me a late load. It was already given to me late. It was like I was picking up a load at a Walmart, and I drove like 300 or 400 miles, and then I ran out of hours because I had just finished up. I think they had worked on my truck in Wisconsin, and then they had me pick this load up. And then I had to wash out the trailer. I had to, I had to go get loaded everything. So by the time I did all that, and then took the trailer, and then I only had a certain amount of time, because I had been up dealing with truck stuff too. So, I think I drove like 300 or 400 miles, and then I stopped. Well, then they were like, well, keep driving as far as you can. And I'm like, well, this is as far as I'm getting with the hours I have left, based on the fact, truck wash, truck repairs, all the stuff that took place. And I said, I'm almost out of hours. So then they said, well, we're going to have a team come get it. So then I had to set up like, I don't know how long it was, but I was outside of my 14 hours. Again, you can go outside your 14 hours, you just can't drive, you've got to reset. So anyway, the guys who brought the empty trailer to me, they had not washed it out, they had not fueled it. And so the next morning when I got my new load, I have to go and do all this work. So I'm left with the BS. I'm either giving up stuff after I do the hard part of the work, and I'm like, enough. And I told her, enough. I said, if you come to me, I'm going to start treating you just like, if we go to a shipper and the trailer is not cleaned out or doesn't have enough fuel, they'll send us and say, hey, you need to go take care of that, and then bring it back. And I said, and I'm getting ready to be just like a consignee and just like a shipper. If this trailer is not fixed, if it's not where it should be, I'm not going to swap my trailer out. I'm not giving you the run, and you ain't done no work. I'm handing you all my hard work, and you ain't done shit. I'm not doing it. I said, and if you guys want to fire me, you can. I'm marketable. I've got 3+ years experience. You're dealing with, this is a starter company, so you're dealing with a lot of newbies. Whereas I don't, my goal is, I'll tell you, I ain't a JIT driver, but I won't tear your shit up driver. And that's because I'm conscientious of what I do. I have work ethic. And, I pre-trip my truck. I do the stuff that you're supposed to do as a professional truck driver. Am I perfect? No. But I damn sure is conscientious more than these people are. Matter of fact, I'm on a yard right now, which is a drop yard that they use. And the particular drop yard, the owner of the yard, just came up here talking to me because they've got this trailer dropped over here, and they have a sign that says, drop trailer on these pads over here. And there's other trucking companies here too. And so there's a couple different trucking companies in here. And so, one trailer, somebody just dropped it almost in the middle of the driveway where you would swing in to bring the trailer in. But this is the yahoos that this place has, and there's no repercussions for the actions, because what he should be able to do is look at the trailer number on here, contact who was the person who dropped that here, and there should be some repercussions for the actions of that driver. But again, there's 100,000 driver shortage, so if you're an asshole and you don't want to do a half-ass job, we don't really want to fire you, because we need to move freight, and freight's the most important, even if you're an asshole. So that's kind of what's going on. So today I came, and I'll put pictures up at the end. I came to pick up a trailer. I delivered at Walmart. It was soda. I took some soda over to Walmart, delivered that, and I'm here in Nebraska, and then I'll come to this drop yard to pick up the trailer. I drop my load, I do what I normally do, wash out the trailer, all of that. These two Ethiopian African guys, they were with the company I'm with, and they were like, hey, is that trailer empty? I said, yeah. He's like, did you clean it already? I said, I always wash my trailers out. He goes, can we have it? I said, well, I'm picking that trailer up over there. So they took my empty, okay, because this one that's right here ain't clean. Somebody dropped it and didn't clean it, didn't fuel it. And he says, you got fuel and everything. That's sad that you have to be like that. It should be a requirement. And so the trailer I just hooked to, whoever dropped it, and I don't know if they're being a dick because they're mad they didn't get the whole run, which could be. But just like that guy I had dealt with the other day who didn't bring the other trailer. They drug the trailer through the mud and bent up the landing gear. So the landing gear is bent. And so I'm sitting here trying to crank. I'm not going to break my back for nobody. One, the landing gear needs to be oiled and greased. It's very rusted. And I'm very clear. Y'all can't maintain your shit, then you're going to pay the breakdown to come out here and work on your shit. It's very clear for me. And but what is also clear is that if you can't maintain your equipment, that's a big one for me. As a company driver, that's one of the reasons I want to be an owner-op, because then I can own I'm responsible for the maintenance of my equipment. I'm responsible for getting it in. So if I get a newer truck, then I will be responsible, and it's on me. And I'm more cognizant of doing that. Even when I have my cars, I mean, like, there's people in my family who don't take care of crap, but when I have my cars oil change, rotations, everything I need to do, I have like calendar scheduled, because to me if that's your getting around thing, if that's what you need to be as safe as possible in it, and it needs to run properly. So I don't know when I'm gonna upload this. I'll try to upload it, but my signal is kind of sketchy here. But I'm gonna try to upload it. But I do like this because it brings it up so you guys can see me. Anyway, so October, when I get ready to go back home time, I'm gonna get all my stuff out. And I'm just, for those of you out there who believe, be praying for me to find a good company. I want reefer. I'm still gonna have to probably do company for at least 6 months to a year. And then take care of still the financial stuff I have to take care of, and then I want to go on route. I do want a company, if I can find a really good reefer company where I can have a dog on the truck, and I also want a refrigerator on the truck. I want to be able to cook for myself. Eating at truck stops is okay, but after a while it gets old. I was doing better with getting weight off, and then also once I start doing the lap band, I'm gonna have to eat differently anyway. So I really want a refrigerator on my truck. So the cooler's okay, but it doesn't keep food for long enough. So I mean, you keep drinks and stuff, but food you can't keep too long. You have to throw it out after about 3 or 4 days, because it doesn't stay cold enough. And then once winter hits, you turn the heater on in here, and you've got the cooler back there. Well, obviously what's going to happen is the cooler's going to get hot, and it's not going to stay at a temperature, because it only keeps it 36 degrees below whatever temperature is inside the cab. So yeah, looking at that too. But yeah, so hopefully soon. But I'm waiting on this guy to come fix these the tandem or the thing. But so the conversation with the company. So I call our breakdown line. This is where it gets real special. I call the breakdown line, and the guy, his name is David. David answers the phone, and he goes, y'all know what company I work for. It says 5 million Davids in the world. He goes, and I tell him what's going on, and he's like, well, what do you think we should do about that? I said, dude, that's your job. That's not my damn job. I said, you figure it out. I said, so he's like, well, I don't know if, because if I have to send a record to lift it up. And I said, I don't know what to tell you. I said, but I can tell you what I can do. I can contact my dispatch and tell them I can't get the trailer, the landing gear to work, so I can't take the damn load. And then I'll let y'all work it out together. I said, I don't have a problem. I'll bobtail my ass right on over there to the truck stop and chill out. I said, because I don't have a problem. They can send me a different load. I said, but I'm not getting out this damn truck breaking my back for anybody. I'm about 20 minutes trying to get that damn landing gear to work. I'll send you pictures. And I sent pictures. And look, one of the legs is slightly off the ground, the other one's on the ground. That already tells you there's something wrong, because when you lower the landing gear, they should lower together. There shouldn't be one up and one down. That's the freaking problem. So it tells you something's wrong. You can also look and see where the person had this landing gear is like bent all up. So however they did it, I don't know if they lowered the landing gear and then backed it in here and just dropped the trailer. I have no damn idea. The owner of the facility just came up, and he said, and he was talking to me, he says, he says, did you drop that? I said, no, that's not me. I said, sir, I said, you can see what I came in with. I said, you have cameras, right? I said, I dropped the trailer right there, and another guy took it. I said, there'll be more people coming in. I said, but when we came in, that trailer was there. So he said the other day it was a hot mess in here. He said they had trailers all right here, just all over the place. And I told him, I said, I said, you need to talk to the company, because this to me is another, it's a professionalism issue. And that there should be, if that guy, has the time, go out, get them trailer numbers, and they should be able to write, my French, God forgive me, write the bastards up for not doing the stuff right. And just, there's ways, there's only a limited space to drop trailers, so that's another problem, because the company should know how many spaces they have to drop these trailers. But also there is a professional way to, if you don't have room, to professionally drop the trailers on this yard and not leave it a hot mess. But it is what it is. Anyway, guys, the guy who's coming to fix the trailer is finally here. And may get some miles out tonight because I got, see how much I got left on the clock. I had 8 hours and 11 minutes of drive time, and right now we're on my 14-hour clock, which is 8 hours and 50 minutes. So I'll get some driving out tonight. Would have probably had a lot more driving done because I've been waiting for, let's see how long we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for over 2 hours for them to come and rectify this. What's up, people? I'm doing paperwork, and pretty much have gotten it all done. I'm on a load right now where, oh man, am I driving? See, I'm always dry when I come on here. And I put my t-shirt on because it was wearing this one, but it's kind of warm now. So I'm trying to clean up the truck because my truck's in a hot mess because I've been running. The load I picked up, there's another video that's just going to be added to that. But the load I picked up, that load was coming to, where am I at? Othello, Washington. And it was on a drop yard. And I showed y'all, well, I'm going to put pictures up of this trailer. And this is for my new drivers. And I sent some to my driver manager too. Because the way they left the trailer, it looks like, and I think I understand what they were doing. The landing pads that they had, it's really close quarter. So what it was whoever it was didn't feel that they were probably going to be able to fit in between the spaces. And so this trailer looks like it was picked up on the 24th of September. And it was sitting there until I got it like 3 or 4 days ago. 3 or 4 days ago. So I think I got it like the 27th, 28th, something like that. I ain't looking at the calendar. I've had it for about 3 or 4 days. Something like that. 3 days, something like that. And so the trailer was coming, was on a drop yard in Nebraska coming up to Othello, Washington. I couldn't even get the landing gear to go, and I'm not a break your back kind of person. I kept trying to push it, and even with all of me, the 3-something hundred pounds on it, I couldn't get the landing gear to do anything. The guy from Bossman came, and he pushed on it, and all of a sudden you heard pop. So the way they got it, it kind of bent and locked. But what they did is they drug the landing gear through the mud. So what you can do, which is something, it's a workaround method, but it's really not preferable because then it makes it hard for the other driver to get the trailer unless you know what you're doing. So what you do is if you're in a close quarter to drop a trailer and you know that you're not going to be able to roll the landing gears down, there is a workaround. And what the workaround is, you drop your landing gear. The way I do it, I lower my airbags and I drop my landing gear to airbag level. Then I raise the landing gear airbags and then you drop the trailer. So what it is that if another driver is smart enough to know this method, they also will drop their airbags in order to hook to the trailer. And then when they lift the airbags, the landing gear will lift up and then you can pull it out without actually being able to roll up the landing gear and then go roll the landing gear once you get it out from the tight space. It's an old school method, but it works if you know what the hell you're doing. But this genius rolled the landing gear all the way down and drug it through the damn mud to the landing plate. That's what I think they did. And so they effed up the landing gear. So on top of that, I'm showing you the Airlines, which I also sent my driver manager, because these geniuses drove this trailer with the Airlines damn near on the ground. So for my existing people who've driven before, you know when you pre-trip a trailer, you're supposed to look underneath. You look at the ribs. You look at your airlines. You listen for any leaks. You check your brakes. You check your tires, so on and so forth. You check the hub oil seals because there's oil in the seals. If that's leaking, there's a problem. Because if it dries, your rims and stuff can lock up, and your brakes and shit can lock up, and the wheels lock, and that can catch on fire, and a whole bunch of other crap, jackknife, all that kind of stuff. So when I did my little pre-trip of the trailer, I noticed that the airlines were hanging on the ground, which y'all will see. The leaf springs were broken, okay? The springs, I call them leaf springs, but the springs that hook on to hold the airlines up, at least 2 or 3 of them were broken that I could see. There was a couple still on there, but they were not in the best of shape either. But they were still holding up. Instead of these geniuses, I don't even think they pre-tripped the trailer. Instead of them handling it the way they should have handled it, what should have happened, what actually should have happened, excuse me for the yawn, they should have gotten a bungee cord, which you'll see, because that's the fix I use, and just bungee them up. And that way your airlines ain't on the damn ground. Because if they're that low and you're driving and they catch on anything, it'll rip the airlines up, it'll lock the brakes up, and you either jackknife roll, or it'll just stop the damn truck in the middle of wherever you're at. And if somebody's driving behind you not paying attention, slam. So somebody will lose their life behind you not pre-tripping your damn trailer. So, you guys will see that. So if you ever run into where your airlines are hanging like in the picture, I'm going to show you a very easy fix for my newbies. Just bungee them up. And there's plenty of crap to bungee them to underneath the damn trailer. It ain't hard. Anyway, that's about it. My next load picks up here in Washington State. It's going to Wisconsin. But I don't trust that they might not take it away from me because it's supposed to deliver on the 8th. I have to take some kind of class, so I'm gonna text or send my driver manager a message tomorrow to find out how we working this out. If it's gonna be a drop or if they let me take it all the way in, because I'm also gonna be rolling hours. So I might have enough to get it in there, but I'm gonna start rolling hours here again. So, and then I'm supposed to be headed towards Lubbock. I do know out of Illinois they have I think it's a Miracle that has some stuff that goes to Lubbock. So hopefully I'll get something going to Texas. And I gotta go have a come to Jesus meeting with my dad about his stuff and getting him set up so that if something happens I can take care of it. But he's weird. It's just a country. They're weird, man. Anyway, peace, y'all.